talking about fashion internships. This was a requested video, and if you have any more requests, definitely let me know in the comment section below or via any of my social media things. A lot of people ask how you can get one and how they're going to benefit you. So if I start with how they're going to benefit you, nowadays fashion internships are a huge reason and a huge way to get into the fashion industry, because that's how you gain experience. I mean, sure, you can go to university, you can learn all the tips and tricks, but at the end of the day, experience is really what's going to get your foot through the door. And I think it's just so handy to get internships, to look for them, and to just apply when you can. And I will talk about applying just in a minute as well. I did 3 internships, and I have to say that you have to be prepared that they might not even pay you for it. They get so many people asking for internships. These companies, whether it's a luxury brand, a high street retailer, they will get so many requests. And if you're fussy and you want to be paid, or you want to definitely do design, you're automatically eliminating your chances of getting an internship. So what you want to do is try to work up the ladder, and the first thing is just try and get an internship, even if it's something really basic. The first internship I got was nothing to do with fashion design, which is what I studied. It was visual merchandising and wholesale, and more to do with like retail and business. It was a luxury brand, and they didn't pay anything at all, and it was for a whole month. And I did it. I'm glad I did it, because that gave, you know, something to put on my CV. It was hard work, but it was totally worth it at the end, because it really did give me a lot of experience, and I think that's the most important thing. Now, I don't live near London, which is probably the nearest like fashion place to me, but I had to, you know, invest money in order to travel there. The other thing I would say is, once you start with just a 1 internship, you can then build up and try and get more internships. The second one I did was with a high street retailer, and this was actually through like college or university, and basically then we did a project with them, and then she ended up liking my project, and I went there and did a placement. Now, they only paid £50 for the whole week, so £10 a day. Again, that didn't really pay for anything, but it meant that I did the internship, and that was the most valuable thing. Then after that, in my 3rd year, I won a placement with Paul Smith after winning an award, and they paid all of my expenses for 1 whole week, and I was there with the team doing actual design work. The one that I just mentioned before, I did like basic things here and there, but the one with Paul Smith was like actual design work, and it was the best placement I've had. And I really do think, you know, that working up the ladder really helped me, because I was so grateful for the opportunity I got at Paul Smith, because I didn't have the opportunity of really designing and hands-on work at the other 2 internships. I mean, I did do some designing at the high street retailer, but not as much as I did with this other company. So I think working up the ladder, don't just expect the best thing to come to you first. I think you've got to work for it, and at the same time you will understand and you will be more grateful for the opportunities that come along. So how do you get a fashion internship? Well, there are several places you could look. The first is research your favourite brands. Who do you really love? Who do you aspire to become like? You know, where are you geographically? Where could you go? Find the companies in those areas, and then simply try and contact them. Send your CV, send information. You can do it by post or by email. Be wary of when fashion weeks and holidays and things like that, you know, happen in terms of the fashion calendar and the schedule they have, because your CV might not even be looked at if it's during a very busy time where they're doing a fashion show or something like that, and it might just go down to the bottom of the list. So be very wary of all of that, and just do it. Don't think too much about it, just send it. Get someone else to read through, maybe a cover letter if you want to send one of those through as well. I think cover letters are important because it makes it a lot more personal. It's not just like, oh, here's my CV, I want an internship, there you go. You're making it a little bit more personal by actually expressing to them why you want it and why you're interested in the brand. Also, this is something I learned from Casey Neistat, who is a very well-known videographer, filmmaker on YouTube. He said, always talk about what you're going to offer the company and not what you're always going to get out of it. So make sure you make that clear to the company as well. And places to look for internships, as I mentioned, you can just start by researching brands that you really like. Then you can go onto social media and you can actually type into Google fashion internships in whatever area it is. Here in the UK we have something called fashionworky.com, and on there you can actually search for several different fashion internships. There's a few other sites as well, UK Fashion Intern I believe on Twitter, so there's a few different ways to go about it. You can even just search in the Twitter search bar that you're looking for an internship in New York, or you're looking for an internship in Sydney, or wherever it is that you live, and that is a good way of getting an internship. You know, you're going to get a lot of experience out of it, which is very important, and you know, if you are going to work for a company, they want to know what other experience you have and that you just don't have a degree. At the end, a degree is important, but having that experience is definitely something that most brands and recruiters do look for. So yeah, that is my little internship video. If you have any further questions or if I've missed something out, let me know in the comment section below and I will try and get back to you. If you haven't already subscribed, don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more videos, and I will see you guys very soon. Bye!